Well, hey, ladies, Catherine here, and great to see you today. So, for our topic for this live, I want to just dive right in because we're going to talk about something that is really important, and yet again, another thing that very few people talk about. And this is how your relationship with food in your body could be negatively impacting your career or the work that you do in this world. So, I want you to take a second and I want you to really ask yourself that question. How does it impact you? What do you notice on a day to day basis in terms of how often you're thinking about food in your body, how often you're worrying about, eating in front of other people, how often you're, thinking about your body image and wondering if, your weight is impacting people's respect for you? Does this have to do with your boundaries? Do you see how this can really extrapolate into so many different areas? And work is probably one of the places that we spend the most of our time. So, if that is you and you feel like this is something that you're struggling with, then stay with me because we're going to unpack every piece of the puzzle. So, first things first, let's talk about your thoughts. We talk about this a lot, and this is really about when you think about if you were to give it a zero from a 0 to 100%, how often in your day are you thinking about food? Whether it's something you should be eating, you shouldn't be eating, something you want to eat, something you don't want to eat, what your plan is for later, what you wish you would have done, feeling negatively about what you chose at lunch or that donut you had in the meeting, all of those different pieces of the puzzle. And then we think about, so I want you to rate that from 0 to 100 with food specifically, okay? So that's where I want you to start. And then next, I want you to then rate from 0 to 100 where you're thinking, how you're thinking about your body throughout the day. So do you notice for you specifically that you focus more on food and the shoulds and the shouldn'ts there? Or do you find yourself focusing more on your body image and the shoulds and the shouldn'ts and the what I wish I had or didn't have and all of that? Are you more body focused or more food focused, or maybe just a whole bunch of both, right? And most of my clients, when they come to me, they're definitely a mix for sure. But a lot of women will focus on one piece of the puzzle a bit more than the other because that is the part that they're most worried about and they're most concerned about. And for a lot of professional women, a lot of it has to do with their body. Yes, they think about food quite a bit, but when they think about their work and how they're, kind of how what they're choosing to eat and their lifestyle is impacting their work, they're thinking about how they look a lot of the times. So if that's you, I want you to know that you're not alone in this and there is a way out. So here's the thing. If you find that every day when you go to the office or if you're on your Zoom call, if you're constantly critiquing yourself in the mirror or you're kind of pulling at your pants or you feel like the kind of clothes that you want to be wearing at work just you don't feel good in, right? That can really put such a massive damper on your day, right? Because you're sitting there and you're more internally focused. You're thinking about how am I looking? What am I wearing? Are people thinking about me? Do they have an opinion? And that really distracts you from being able to get anything done throughout the day, right? That moment when you're sitting in that meeting and you're about to give a presentation in front of people and maybe you don't want to stand up in front of other people because it feels intimidating and scary. Or a lot of my professional clients have come to me and felt like they've had to overcompensate. So they've had to kind of, be the bitch or be that really tough cookie or, have to work that much harder, be the, first one in and the last one out and say yes to everything. It can go either direction, right? But it comes from a place of worthiness, of either feeling like you have to put on a mask and be that super powerful, kind of kick butt, take names, take no prisoners kind of way as a way of compensating for how you feel about yourself and the way that you look. And that can also show up in the other direction of just having no boundaries, saying yes to everything, trying to please people at work, trying to, killing yourself basically and totally exhausting yourself because you are doing everything that you can to make them happy and to, be respected and be liked. And a lot of the times that stems from feeling insecure, feeling unworthy, feeling like you're not enough. And that can be manifested in eating, right? And eating more than your body needs or more than you want to be eating. And it can also manifest as hyper obsessing about your physical body as well, and just really letting it take over your day to day life. So that's kind of what I mean when I talk about your thoughts. And you're in your head what's going on in there. And we've done a lot of self-awareness exercises about that as well, but to really, get clear about what's going on in there. And if you're really honest with yourself, how much of your day is spent thinking about this? And what would you like to be focusing on instead in your career? So if you think about it, do you like the job that you have? Do you feel like you're on purpose in your work, and or does it give you something? Does it fulfill a need in you that's really important for you? So that's, not everybody has to wake up every morning leaping out of bed, absolutely adoring their job, but do you feel like you're able to thrive there, and what is standing in your way? And for a lot of people and a lot of women, it really is the I wish I could focus more. I wish I could give this my all. I wish I was less tired all the time. I wish that I felt more respected. I wish I could advocate for myself more. I wish I could get that. I wish I could ask for that raise or that promotion. And the thing is all of that is coming from a place of I'm not good enough. I'm less than. There's something wrong with me. So what has to shift in that regard is we have to start on the inside, and then we work our way out to the outside. Because then you can, if you want to make changes and you want to be able to wear whatever you want to wear, fit in whatever clothes you want to, and, really be able to walk into the room and feel super confident. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do that at all. But it starts in here, and it starts with really getting clear about, what do you want your work life to look like? If you want to feel respected, you want to feel loved, maybe not loved at work, but you want to feel valued, right? Maybe loved. You have an awesome job if that's you. You want to feel really valued. You want to feel on purpose. You want to feel like you're full of energy. The first place you can start with that is looking at what's going on in your internal environment and what is stopping you and holding you back from being able to get there, right? So the next piece of that puzzle that I want to talk about is about worrying about what other people think about you, right? Yet again, this is another place that's going to stem from that not enoughness and, feeling like you've got something to prove. But oftentimes, many of my female clients, they really feel stressed out when they go to happy hour with their coworkers, or when they have a big meeting and there's a lunch there. A lot of the women won't eat at all, or they'll eat a little bit of something and then go and eat something else later because they do not want to eat in front of other people, because they think, well, if I'm in this body, people are going to judge me for eating. They're going to, they're going to be feeling less than about me and feeling less respectful of me, and all of those different pieces of the puzzle. And I'm willing to bet that you have felt this yourself. So the thing about that is about really helping yourself get clear about what do you bring to the table in your job? What do you bring to the table? And, how do you want to feel in those interactions instead? And the first step is of really repairing that is getting clear with your own value for yourself, so that then you can project that value out to other people. So is this making sense so far, the way that I'm talking about this? But, the thing about all of this is that it's insidious, right? It's kind of that, it's that under the surface thing that is a problem. And maybe for you, you're feeling stuck in your career. You're feeling like, you really are wanting to move to the next level. You're working your butt off trying to get there and prove this or that. And, or just things just aren't working. The needle's not moving the way that you want it to. Or maybe you're just feeling downright miserable right now. If that's you, then I want you to know that there is another option for you. There is another way, and you don't have to feel like that anymore because, my God, right? Like, work is such a huge part of our lives. If we think about it, work and sleep, those are the big ones, right? That's where we're spending the majority of our time. And you absolutely deserve to feel good about your job, feel good about what you're doing in the world, feel like you're worthy of that position and that you're worthy of more in your life and you're worthy of whatever you want to do when it comes to work for you. So if that is you, I want you to know that I'm super excited because I actually have a special presentation that I'm going to do tomorrow night in our group, just in our group at 5:30. So what we're going to be doing is I have a virtual training that I have linked to before, but I'm actually going to do it live for you guys. So it'll be 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And what we're going to be talking about is I am actually going to walk you through step by step the exact shifts that I lead my Food Freedom Method coaching clients through. This is, for professional women, and this is really about helping you learn what it takes in the step-by-step process that I take these women through to truly let binging and emotional eating and yo-yo dieting go for good. It's about making those internal shifts and making those external shifts so that you can be done and so that you can focus on work and really, really focus on your mission in this world and what you want to be doing, where you're not going to work every day feeling exhausted and burnt out, hating how you look in your clothes, because life is too short for that and you deserve better. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow night. I'm really, really excited. So let me talk to you about who this is specifically for. This is going to be for women who are feeling done, totally fed up with their relationship with food and their body. They're tired of criticizing themselves. They're tired of binging every night. They're tired of incessantly going on different diets and feeling like you need to, struggling with their weight. That is who this is for, those women. So I'm really, really, really excited to walk you through. Literally, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process that I lead my clients through, kind of from a high-level overview, so you can get a little bit of an idea of what I do and how this process works. And ultimately, you'll be able to take these shifts with you and implement them into your life as well, which will be really beautiful. So come join me tomorrow night. It's going to be in the Facebook Live format, just like this is. So if you can't make it at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, that is absolutely okay. There will be a replay here in our group that you can watch at any time as well. I'll have a full slide deck, presentation, everything. So rather than watching me, you're going to hear me, and I'm going to talk you through it. And I'm going to walk you through the whole thing because I really feel like this is something that's really important to share with you, and I want you to be able to have access to this too. So today, the call of action is going to be to get your booty here in the group tomorrow night, okay? But does that sound good? And if not, to really catch the replay, because you will get massive, massive value and really just seeing what it takes and what it looks like to really get to that place of food freedom. Because in all of these lives, I'm able to give you bits and pieces. I'm willing, I'm able to give you some kind of mini trainings to kind of work through, food for thought, but this is a more nuts and bolts training. So this will be quite a bit more thorough and will probably last anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. So I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm so looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And for today, I really just want you to give some of this some thought. If you're a professional woman who is really struggling right now in her job, you're feeling like you're not thriving, you're feeling like food and your body image and what you do and don't want to be doing with that and how you're feeling and the shame you're feeling, it's putting a damper on your ability to make money. It's putting a damper on your ability to feel focused, to feel excited about your job, to get out there and go get a better job that you would rather have, to feel worthy of doing that, for asking for what you want. If that is you, I want you to really give it some thought, and I want you to think about, what is that percentage from 0 to 100 where you're thinking about food all day, every day versus thinking about your body all day, every day. And, what would you like to be, how would you like to be focusing and thriving either in your current workplace or shifting into something new and really going, forth on the mission that you want to be doing, what is that as well? Okay, so get clear on that. And then I'm going to see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.